The FIBA 3x3 World Tour is back in China, this time from the heart of the mainland in the city of Wuxi for our 10th stop of 2024. This is the most anticipated regular season Masters, not just of this season, but probably of all time. The stars are out here like never before as the field boasts not only Olympians, Olympic champions, medalists, but also a certain NBA All-Star for the first time ever. We're going to get into all of this event storylines. We're going to get the table set for day one. But before we see who rules the court, let me introduce myself, Kyle Montgomery, a.k.a. the voice of 3x3. Ni hao, again, from China. Looking forward to a great event. But before we see who rules the court, let's see everybody that will be involved. We got DJ Lass. Yeah, man. Got magic in his fingers. Our Olympic DJ, a legend in his own right. He'll be keeping the vibe right. Not that we'll need his help exactly for this one because it's already lit. And check out my guy B, Ben Abbott, emceeing this thing. Day one here in Wuxi. Before we see who rules the court, why don't we see the rules of the game?
Yo, what's good? My name is Kyle Montgomery, aka the voice of 3x3. And if for some reason you still don't know the rules of 3x3, it is time to tap in. Class is officially in session. So on our half court, you got two teams of 3 players with 1 additional substitute on the bench. Yo, what's up, sub? Can I check in? In 3x3, even the ball is different. This is the official Wilson right here. Trust me, it's groovy, baby. This game is pedal to the metal. 10-minute game clocks, just 12-second shot clocks, and a 1st to 21 scoring format for the win. If a team doesn't score 21 points, all they have to do is outscore their opponent within 10 minutes. And you know we keep it street. In this game, we score by 1s and 2s. Anything inside the arc is worth 1. Anything outside of the arc is worth 2. Still got it. And this game is all gas, no brakes. Literally, after the opening check ball, play is continuous. Make or miss, offense turns to defense, just like that. This 10-minute sprint is just getting started. We'll see you at the top.
All right, those are the rules of the game. We'll be getting to the games in just a moment. You see the 2 teams warming up in front of you. Princeton representing the USA, Huishan NE, who are leading on the World Tour standings. First, a look at the World Tour schedule. Stop number 10 of a very, very busy season. We got 6 regular season Masters left that will culminate with the Hong Kong final. So some teams are hitting their stride in this sprint to the finish. Others are stumbling just a little bit. Here are your 12 teams that will be competing. You see Dusseldorf LFDY. They emerged from the qualifying draw earlier today thanks to an outstanding performance from Leon Fertig. You got all the big teams. We got the stars out. Rifa coming off a win in Shanghai last week. And here are those World Tour standings. Top 12 in your face right now. Of course, the hosts will get a spot in the qualifying draw, and 2 other teams will compete against them. Here are your top 10 players. Doc Strange is back up top, and he's back on the squad with Oob after having Shanghai off. He's eclipsed Worthy de Jong. We'll see Worthy very likely next week in Amsterdam. And a look at your pools. Pool A with Oob, Huishan, and E, Ulaanbaatar, NMC, Energy, and Princeton. Vienna and Lehman lead Pool B, but don't sleep on Podgorica. They are back, and they could surprise. In Pool C, Partizan, Metaforce with the Gladiator, Lausanne, and of course, Wuxi, the home team, awaiting the debut of DeMarcus Cousins. Pool D featuring Rifa, our most recent Masters winners, Amsterdam, and Dusseldorf LFDY coming out of the qualifying draw. That's how it's going down here day one. Once again, I'm the voice of 3x3, Kyle Montgomery, and I'll be with you for the next 2 days. Get ready. I sure am. Take a look at the head-to-head between these two. Against Princeton, you can see the dominance. They did meet in the pool phase in Shanghai, and it was a narrow win for UB. They won that game 20-19. So I imagine that Princeton will be looking to take some lessons from that game and apply them here, and maybe come out victorious this time. That is easier said than done. This is UB we're talking about here. They are the top team in the world, 2-time defending World Tour final champs, and they got their full complement of players. Doc Strange is back. Strahinja Stojicic back in the fold after missing out on the Shanghai Masters. He's there with Dejan Majstorovic, Nemanja Barac, and Marko Brankovic. Olympians representing this UB squad. As for their opponents, they got some hoopers too. Princeton averaging 18.5 points per game, but also allowing 18. They come out with a big man in the middle. Tyrone, you better call Tyrone. T. Nash, Jerome DeRosier. Damon Huffman, the legend, and the longtime member of this Princeton squad, looking to eclipse 1,000 points scored this year. And it's the Caruso, Henry Caruso. He's the star of this new Princeton cast. We'll see what he brings here. Princeton 3rd in Chengdu, 13th in Edmonton, and a 7th place finish in Shanghai. That is how they arrive here in Wuxi. Our two officials that will handle this first main draw game, Najim Jajadine and Alex Tamasani. The officials with the whistles. Dejan Majstorovic, the game's all-time leading scorer. He's won more medals than Magneto. And Tyrone Nash looking to dominate the inside for Princeton, control the boards, and have an impact, potentially trying to shock this team with Doc Strange back, 2-time reigning league MVP. Had his #1 spot taken only briefly by none other than Worthy de Jong, but he's got it back now. And looking to prove who's the boss in town. Definitely gonna have to watch the perimeter with the shooting of Huffman. You got the versatility of Caruso, who does a little bit of it all. He is a great rebounder, has proven himself to be a reliable scorer as well. So this one should be fun. So Princeton kind of in rebuild mode. They have been competitive throughout the year, participated in a ton of challengers, and have got a challenger win as well. But you want that Masters win. This is the highest stage, and we are off from Wuxi 2024, Game 1, Day 1. UB with possession. That Wilson is trained by Doc Strange as he gets UB started. 2-0 lead. Caruso making his move. Got an offensive foul. Nash not set while setting the screen. They'll give it back over to the men in yellow. Doc Strange, a part of the Europe Cup silver medal team. Haven't seen him on the tour since then. He'll get it over to the league's second rebounder, Nim Diesel. If you notice, the Serbians look a little bit beat up. It was Huffman and, no, it was Miezis and Barac in Shanghai. That's how Barac got that black eye. You see Majstorovic with a black eye as well. It hasn't been smooth sailing for UB, Huishan, and E in 2024. Yes, they are #1 in the tour standings. Yes, they've got multiple Masters wins, but they have had to fight tooth and nail to have the success that they've had. as teams try to figure them out. And now another whistle. This time I believe it'll be against Ub. Offensive foul called on Badac. So would have been a nice delivery there from Brankovic, but he'll get a rest. Rosier. Nash bullying his way to the bucket. He'll draw the foul on Majstorovic. Tyrone Nash in limited participation this year. Well, he's played it in 3 games, yes, and averaging 3 points per. He's off to a good start here. Drawing the foul and connected at the free throw line. We're a minute into this Pool A sprint. Uh-oh, Doc Strange yams something. And then a quick foul. So Nash doing a great job establishing position in the interior. Not making things easy on the post defender for whoever that might be. From the elbow, here we go. Oh, Nash, he is a bruiser. Too strong at the rim, and a great defensive play by Strahinja. Nash will decide to give it to somebody else. You try. Caruso, it's a no-go. Nash will get it again. If you don't succeed, try again. They find success. Brankovic will take advantage of an open lane. 4-2, A lot of spectators, a lot of bystanders here in Wuxi. The anticipation is built like I can't remember anticipation being this high. We've had some NBA players play in 3x3 obviously before, namely Jimmer Fredette and Robbie Hummel. Names like this come to mind. But never have we had a 4-time NBA All-Star participating in the World Tour. We'll see that today. Huffman called for the push as Strahinja made the move on it. So Doc Strange not having a bad year, but just not as dominant as 2024. He brought the fake. We are in China. 5-3. Pass is broken up. Doc Strange. Uh-oh. Huffman and Badac get tangled up. They got a little bit of a history of such things. Got to be the 5th on 4 on Princeton. 5-3 game. Caruso being pestered. He'll give it up. JD. Can't hit the midi. Fresh 12 for as they begin the attack. Majstorovic telegraphed that pass. Defense broke it up. Nothing easy. Nash on the block.
Scoreboard. 7:28 on the clock. The first smartphone training Wuxi. Rises to begin the late thanks to Wilson.
Now Nash assessing the D. Wants to get to Huffman. Huffman going against Majstorovic. Huffman letting the 2 go. Bottoms. All even, 5 apiece. Huffman shooting at 40+% from long range this year. Again in limited action. Haven't seen a lot of Princeton, as this is just their 4th appearance on the tour this year, but they're all even through 3 minutes. And again, I remind you, when these 2 teams played last week in the pool phase in Shanghai, it was a narrow win for just 1 point. Looks like we got the makings of another close one, but man, Doc Strange is feeling it. His 2nd deuce of the game. Jerome can't get it to go. Lands in Doc Strange's hands. Strange has it. Whistle,
Lovely
shove.
Want to get it to go. TV timeout. My friends to the big screen.
Time for a media timeout.
And upload your best images, your fan shots here for the
As close as it gets here to the first 2
Two mistakes
minutes of
going
this
over the top.
contest.
Ron's got to do a better job. I started the game with a bad one, and we just got stuck there. Keep going over and play drop.
To the Princeton huddle and a look back at some of the highlights. Doc Strange been operating. He's converted 87% of his one-point attempts this year, which is crazy. Averaging 6 points per game. And he has set the tone for Oob here in the early goings. Also, 33% from beyond the 2-point arc. He is number one for a reason. Oh, where you going? 2 ball to your head. 9-5 after the up fake from the maestro. Huffman will try to answer back. Huff gives it up. Caruso gives it back. Rush shot. Caruso can't follow the miss. Approaching the 6-minute mark. Majstorovic decides to put on the brakes. Gives it up. Look at the perpetual movement leading to another 2-piece combo. This time it's Branquilla. 11-5. Nice stretch. Nice run for Oob. Nash, he'll deliver the package. Good look there from Caruso. But Oob have gained the advantage in this one, thanks to some sharp shooting from long range. Badac with a clever little hop step there. And now Huff swings it. Caruso attacking. Oh, a little too much hot sauce on that pass, as it'll go out of bounds. Ball back over to Huishan and E. You wonder how they've had the success they've had this year. Well, they've done it by being the highest scoring team in the league at 19.7 a game, and the stingiest defensive team. They take everything and they give you nothing. And right now he is giving them the business, like an LLC. Doc Strange making it 13-6. He is everywhere. He's an atom right now. Doc Strange ain't done. Strahinja, pull up, no good. The battle for the board will lead to a foul to be the 7th on Oob, so a couple of free throws coming up for Princeton. Another look at the Sorcerer Supreme. The doctor is operating. So it was a semifinal loss for Oob last week to Rifa. They ended up placing 3rd. World Tour standings leaders, and really not much standing in their way of qualifying to a 4th straight World Tour final. That may already be said and done, as the top 12 in the standings will qualify. The 12th seed, however, does not get a direct ticket to the main draw when speaking of the World Tour final. They have to play in the qualifying draw with the hosts and the performance bonus team. At the bonus line is Brankovic expanding this lead. Makes it a now 9-point game. Oob have left Princeton stuck at 6. This is a tribute to that defense. And I think one of the best all-around performances, and that says a lot from Strahinja. See? He's delivering dimes, he's blocking shots, he's getting rebounds, and he's getting buckets. Strahinja looking fresh, looking spry. Ball movement leads to that, a travel. Brankovic just got a little bit happy-footed, and then give it back over to Princeton. So Oob, one of 2 teams with multiple Masters wins. They won in Chengdu, one in Debrecen. Miami being the other. Give me those. Give me those. Wilson swung over to Majstorovic. Just stop it, please. 18-6. Caruso cannot respond. Majstorovic, oh, that pass deflected. It still ended up working in Oob's favor. So even when things go wrong, they go right. 19-6. It's getting ugly. It's getting ugly. Yeah. Not the same kind of performance that we saw from Princeton and Shanghai. The twos have been raining. And because they've had to commit to stopping the two, the lane has opened up. Uber is such a cerebral team. They find ways to pick you apart. They take what the defense gives them, and that's what we've seen. That look on Caruso's face says it all. Huffman, layup. Strange takes a bump, can't give him a two. Lands back in Huffman's hands. He's gonna line up a two-piece, and now Princeton are making some noise, but they're still looking at a 10-point hole. That is deep and dark. Brankovic will give Oob game point. This one can be over pretty quickly. Certainly not gonna go the limit. They'll leave it up to the star of the show. Dr. Strange, cross court, Majstorovic, slick with it. Can't nail the two. Princeton now will try to set up a creative pick and roll. But the defense is suffocating. There's the quick, slick move from Branquilla. Huffman doing his best here in the final few minutes to try to make a game of this, but this game will be over. That one out of bounds, off for Green. 6 left on the shot clock for Oob, but then a point to go. I mentioned the wins that Oob have picked up this year. First in Chengdu, first in Debrecen, but also runners-up at the Utsunomiya opener. That semifinal finish in Shanghai. Quarterfinals in Ulaanbaatar. Last season, they started off with 7 straight event wins. It was a record. So that set the bar pretty high for them. Barac with another thievery. Barac, he is hacked. And that is an unsportsmanlike foul. As De Rosier is holding his shoulder. So Nim Diesel. One last order of business in this one to end it before the limit. Barac. Da. Yes. Good. Game over. 21 to 10. 21-9, excuse me. So Oob will improve to 24-7 on the year with a 21-9 victory. A runaway dub over Princeton to start their Wuxi campaign. Highlights for you as always. A highlight reel mainly for Oob. We'll get Vienna and Podgorica up next before we have to take a break for the opening ceremony and award ceremony. We will get one more game before that. In the meantime, enjoy the moving pictures from a blowout W for Oob. Pool B action up next for Wuxi.
今天呢也是我们国庆节的第一天，10月1号，迎来了中华人民共和国建国75周年。那么今天呢，普天同庆，红旗飘扬。今天呢，在2024国际篮联3人篮球世界巡回无锡大师赛的赛场，也再次欢迎各位的光临。在10月1号假日的第一天，来到我们的粤上澳来观看我们无锡大师赛的比赛。 近距离的跟世界顶尖的球队感受他们的较量，欣赏3人篮球的魅力。我再次欢迎各位，感谢大家的光临。希望大家在今天能够跟3人篮球一起度过一个愉快的假期。谢谢。 Tested out already for go time here between our next two teams to take to the court. In the Pool B, match 1 between Vienna and Podgorica, Kodio.
It's that time. Get back to the action here. Day 1, Wuxi Masters 2024. We saw a blowout to start the day. Not a huge surprise as UB are the #1 team in the game. But they handled Princeton easily. Now as we get to Pool B action, we'll get a look at the #2 team in the World Tour standings. Man, y'all better stop sleeping on Vienna. Of course, the Austrians won the Europe Cup gold medal this year. They'll bring out 3 of the 4 members that got it done. As we get a look at Tony Blazan, Fabio Sonel. Q Diggs is back. High frequency. Quincy Diggs and Enes Moratti round out Team Vienna squad. As we get into this Pool B action, they don't have Nico Kaltenbrunner. Obviously, they took a huge loss in losing Matthias Nortner earlier this year to an Achilles injury, and yet they've still found a way to bounce back, to continue to battle, and they found a ton of success as a result. 8th appearance on the tour this year. They finished 6th in the last 2 stops, including Shanghai. As for their opponents, Podgorica, Kodio. Vaso Popovic, the first out. Alexa Vujadinovic out next. Marko Rajcevic, their dynamic ball handler, a pesky defender. And I think their most dangerous offensive player, Milos Jovanovic, 200 centimeters, 100 kilos, 28 years old. He could be one of the baddest players in the league. But Podgorica, just their 3rd appearance on the tour this year, played well in Marseille. They finished 4th. But since then on the World Tour, their only appearance was in Debrecen with a 12th place finish. So as we get ready for this one, our 2 officials are in place. Miroslava Jovici and Cecilia Montgomery, the misses. Mwah, mwah, mwah. So before we get to this one, a big thank you to our ball sponsor, Wilson, our official timekeeper, Maurice Lacroix. Look at some of the stars you will see in this one. It is Moratti, I think, is the man to watch for Vienna. He's quietly having one of the best individual statistical seasons of any player in the league. More on that later. But as you look at Podgorica, they're a team that have plenty of potential. They just haven't played on the tour a lot and haven't had a lot of success. And it's been an offensive issue for Podgorica. They've averaged just 14.8 points per game. And in a sprint to 21, I don't have to tell you that will not get it done. Unless you are just an absolutely lockdown defensive team. But typically the better teams are going to average over 18 a game. And defensively, it's going to be tough for you to score better than 17. I'd say that's the league average.
On the World Tour, thanks to FIBA 3x3 Tournament Tour. This is stop number 10 on the World Tour here in Wuxi.
So here we go. I mentioned the lack of scoring for Podgorica. They're also allowing 19 points per game, so they got to get things in balance against one of the best teams in all of 3x3. Here comes Moratti. Oh, dime time, and some loose coins out there. That got some moves from the crowd. That's how you want to start things off? Okay, let's get it started. Let's get it started. Rajcevic with the 2-piece. No biscuit. Moratti, long range attempt. No good. Sonel can't save it. Podgorica now have it. Rajcevic waiting for the screen. A move right. Attacks Moratti. Cross. Kick out. Wide open lane, and that is easy money. Milos Jovanovic. And that's a push call on Jovanovic. Every time Podgorica play, I remind people of last year. They were in competition. Had a chance to win their first Masters in Romania, but ended up coming up short. So now muscles went up and in. Oh, that was straight up betrayal. We don't love them goals. Not when they do that to us. Here's a look at that last Sonel score, taking the contact straight up through it. As we got a 3-2 game. Quincy Diggs. Back in a Vienna uniform for the first time since the Utsunomiya opener. That was way back in April. So good to see Q back. Nice movement here from Podgorica. Drive and kick. Patient on the release. No. Tony Blaze. To Marathi. What a finish. And then a strong bump from Vujodinovic on the inside. Q. Cross. Scoop-dee-doo. Easy work for the dynamic scorer that he is. All right, Shavis though. Good schooling, got to finish. Almost 2 minutes in, nice action from both. Playing with some brute force on the inside, and then Enes Marathi, good for nearly 6 points per game this year. That dude's motor never stops running, I'm telling you. Blazon, no good, so now he'll track down the rebound. Blazon, moving left, decides to keep it. Couldn't keep it for long. That ball is tied up. And the ball will go to red. Active hands on the inside. Good defensive stand there for Podgorica. Representing Montenegro. Block and foul on the floor. Block and foul. So no shortage of physicality so far early in this one. Blazon gives the bump. Kodio. 1 free throw coming, and there it goes. Gives Podgorica 1 point advantage. Marathi, gentle, soft touch. Thrown away. They'll get it to Marathi. 1 ain't enough, he wants 2. Doesn't knock it down, stays where it's at, dead even, 5 apiece. By Chapich, he's got a 2-piece under his belt. He decides to give it up, let somebody else give it a try. That stroke was broke. Got an offensive foul. Jovanovic telling his guys, settle down. Popovic swings it. Jovanovic gets a step, wide open shooter. That is how you break down the defense. That is not how you shoot it too. First media timeout. Both teams are going to breathe and get reset. See if we can eavesdrop into one of these huddles. Impossible. Yes, I took an opportunity to wave at everybody at home watching. Yes, I'm a bit of a camera hog. What can I say? All righty, here we go back to the action. 5-5. Marathi with the loft pass. Notice the placement of that pass. He let it go before Sunil was even looking. Oh, they got him clamped down now. Trying to turn some defense to offense. So now, quick step. So now, so good. Fabio So now fighting his way to the rim. You'll see the ball adjustment first, the steal, and then Sonel elevates with the contact, finishes on the left side with the right hand. The man is skillful. So soft at the line. Sonel will make it 8-5. Jovanovic bottled up. Good vision. Better finish. Vujadinovic with a little bounce to the ounce. Marathi. Nah. Just over 6 to play in a 2-point Vienna lead. Couple of highlights for each team. There's that last poke from Vujadinovic. Good vision to find him. He will elevate at 195. Oh, pull up. Long range. Missed everything. Diggs. Oh, they're daring him to shoot it too. Diggs decides better of it. Wants to let Marathi go to work. Marathi on the block. Faked him out of the socks. 9-6. Just a little slight fake. Offensive foul called on Rajcevic. So the Vienna attack continues. Diggs and Sonel will share it. Well-designed play. Diggs, he smoked the Lato. 5.5 to go. Jovanovic got to do something. Use the entire clock. Well, that worked out. Never mind. Splash from the right wing. Diggs gave him a cross. Now trying to get him 2 to the head. He can't do that. Long rebound. Tracked down by Podgorica. Jovanovic barking orders. They listen. Leads to a bucket. Vujadinovic doing the honors. The 25-year-old. 9-9. It's tied. Diggs will miss it. Sonel throws that one out of bounds. Take another look at that last connection on the inside. And that connection from deep. I told you, Jovanovic can do that. Marathi, he can do that all day long. 10-9. Whistle. Foul yellow. That'll be number 4 on Vienna. Podgorica take back over with a chance to tie or take the lead. Rajcevic. A little too much heat on that pass. Lazan hustles to track it down, and then Jovanovic called for the foul. Little shove in the back. Lazan. Pocket pass. Oh, he got his stuff beat. That ball was depressed. All right, Rajcevic with a strong finish. That is how you do it. 10 apiece. Marathi left it short, got a whistle on the inside. Red foul. But look again, you thought you had a friend. You thought like Lil Willie. Great defensive play. Diggs, stop and go. Dropped off. So Nell got his stuff padded again. This time it's Quincy that cleans up the mess. 11-10. Vienna getting a challenge here from Podgorica. And they are meeting them right in the square. No fear from Podgorica against the second best team in 3x3 in the standings. So time for another media timeout.
And the prizes up for grabs.
Got a good one. Vienna, the favorites coming into this game. And I say it all the time, you don't win it on paper, you win it between the lines. Here's the progression of the game. It's been tight throughout. Trade leads, more ties in the business convention. Diggs gives it up. Moratti, no, left it shy. Blazan, fortunate to see that one land in his lap. Rajcevic, no hesitation, but also no good. Down low, Blazan extends. Oh, soft touch too after that catch. Foul called on Diggs. Otherwise, that would have been one of the best blocks of the year. That last score, and then Huishan extending like a wide receiver. .307 officially left. 13-11, Podgorica with the Wilson. Here we go. Jovanovic. Oh, great patience. So now gets called on the swipe down. He felt like he got all ball, but we will all get a closer look. Certainly some contact with the off arm. I do think the ball swipe was clean, but you can't ride the back of the man and then swipe the ball out of his hands. Free throw will trickle in. Vujadinovic putting together a pretty impressive game here for Podgorica. Man is getting to it. Moratti. So now all by himself. He'll miss it. Oh, Rajcevic. Yeah, he shuffled the pivot foot. Probably should have went directly up with it instead. He'll get called for the travel. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Plenty of extra steps. Blazan has he. Blazan elevates the finger roll. No. Blazan, blender. No good. Good defense. Jovanovic held him off. Oh, nice look. Rajcevic cutting. Dead even, 13. So now drops it off Diggs. Oh, wasn't clear. Smart play. 200 IQ play from Quincy Diggs. After the miss two. No hesitation. He probably should have thought longer. Another look at the cut and the delivery. Yes, sir. 13 up. Moratti. That one go off of Moratti's knee. Another look. Oh yeah, the swipe. Under 2 to go, it's crunch time. Abdomen, Jovanovic sets up the 2 look. Popovic pops it. Can so now answer back, not that time. Offensive rebound. Another chance for Vienna. $1:30 to go. Moratti, he wants a deuce. He's still yearning for one. Up top, Q to the crib, smooth leg. Diggs with the rock now. Moratti navigating. So now, got to do something with it. They got 3 seconds to go. So now, definitely bumped there. That's the 7th on Podgorica as well. So now slow to get up. But another look at the finish for Diggs. Such a smooth game. 57 ticks left for Vienna. No Nico Kaltenbrunner, the Europe Cup MVP. No Matty Ice. Lenortner on the shelf as well for an unspecified amount of time. I'm hoping he can return before the end of the year. What a year he was having before that injury. And so now, evens it up yet again. On quick hands from Sonel. Diggs with the jab. Oh, Diggs almost crossed the man's shoes off. 17-15. Lay makes it a 1-point game. Diggs missed dribbles, gets it back, finds him again, stays active off ball. Diggs with the last 2 buckets for Vienna. They lead it 18-16. Jovanovic, layup line. 15 seconds. Vienna will use some clock. Got to be smart with this one. 5 seconds separate the game clock and the shot clock. That is exactly what they didn't want. Beastly block. Can Jovanovic steal it? No. 18-17, it ends. A thrill. Vienna, hold them off. But that was not easy. Look at those last 2 plays. That shot was on its way up. They wanted a goaltend. I don't see it. They hadn't touched the glass yet until it was blocked. But a win is a win is a win, right? But a great game there. Podgorica hung in there, made it tough. So that's been a heck of a start to the first day here, right? Following the blowout that we saw from that was anything but a straight-up dogfight between those two, as we will enjoy the highlights from this one. I know I will. But not much dominance really for either team from the start of this game. I think the biggest lead in this entire contest was 3 points. So they stayed close. They traded punches and counter punches, and the game ended up being decided in that last 90 seconds or so. We saw Diggs with a couple of big scores, big possessions, defense for both teams really that was impressive. So a few more looks. And then as this game reached its end, or near the end, we saw shots like that from Jovanovic as Podgorica would take the lead, only to see it taken back. Strong scores on the inside, activity off the ball. It had a little bit of everything. Big shot making. But big time players make big time plays. And here's a sequence for Diggs, as he had a heck of an impact at the latter portion of this game. Staying active, you saw the 2, and that bucket will be the one that will put them up for good. Vienna in the winner's circle. Okay, as promised, I said we'd step aside for an entertainment break. We're also going to have our much anticipated opening ceremony here for World Tour Wuxi. So we will step aside for about an hour, and then we will rejoin the main draw action. But stick around, we'll have the opening ceremony and then a session break, and we will get back to our action at about 1900. and when our next game begins. So we'll see you then. In the meantime, enjoy the break.